Guys, we are going to make another card using this cherry blossom stamp set, and this time it's going to be very plain and easy. So I've already pre-cut a white panel. The main card is the card base is going to be 5 by 7 as far as I know, and this is just a little bit smaller. All right, and let's get started. Oh, I think I've done this one some stuff. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, this is the previous cards that I've made with the same stamp set. Just recently I've posted. That's one, and that's another one. And we're going to use this flower again today. So I'm going to be using a VersaFine black and Copic markers. It's this one, RV02, RV06, and G7, just to color it in. So let's get started. Okay, I think I molded this really badly. Not the best. Okay, now okay, so I have to do this one, and this card is going to be up and down, up and down. Okay, so we're going to start this card from here. Yep, you can always stamp any directions you want, but that's the direction I would like to stamp it. And now rotate and do it from the other side. So you do it from the other corner. Here you go. And now you do it again. Here you go. And now you rotate. So you can either have it a smaller one or a big one. That's up to you. You just choose whichever you want. And now this one is going to go all the way over here. Let me see if I can do it this way. Just to make sure I've got coverage. Here you go. Now this goes here. Next one will be on that side, and another one from the top. There is no pattern for it. All I'm doing is just following my own instincts and deciding. There's a little gap between those flowers, so you can always add some flower here if you want. And voila, that's the panel with the cards. You can always add some stuff over here if you want to, but you don't have to. So now we're going to color in. I'm not going to show you all, but this is how I color with the Copics. So it depends on you how you start. I start with a little one. That's my green, so I use the green. Okay, and I'm going to color it in with the green. Yeah, all people have different ideas how to color it in. This is mine. Yep. And then I start with light pink, but it all depends as well if I'm in the mood. So I can start with dark pink first, then with the light, just to get a little bit different effect, so the flowers are not exactly the same. I've made a small mistake, but that's okay, guys. It can be easily corrected. Now another one. So now this darker one, pink. Yep. And I'm going to just follow those patterns over here because they help you with some coloring. And I'm going back with the lightest one. just to blend it all in, so it's not, doesn't have any sharp edges. And this is how I color in all those flowers. Yeah, do you want to see again? Let me just try if I can do zoom in for you guys. There you go. Let's start with this flower, and we can start now the other way around. So I'm going to start with the darkest one first, so you can see the effect. And you can see the difference. Everybody thinks differently. And then I'm going to go back with the lightest one. Yeah. So you can see how I color in. And this is the difference. But I like the idea that it's a little bit smudged. Yeah. But be careful with Copic markers, because they do stain on the other side. Yeah, so this is the idea. And now you can either go back with a darkest one, do dots, or you can just carry on and leave it as it is. Yeah, they are going to get a little bit lighter once the alcohol is gone, because they are alcohol markers. That's why they are so easy to blend in. So once the markers, the alcohol is gone, so it doesn't stink anymore, the colors are getting a little bit lighter, just a tiny bit, than they were before. But this is how I color in with my Copics. Yeah. My main idea is I start with the lightest color first, because it's easier for me to blend in, and then I have a better idea of how much darker color I would like to add. If I want more darker than light, then obviously I will start my coloring from the darkest color to the lightest one. But because those flowers require just a gentle touch, I am not going to be doing this too much. Okay, I think these are the buds. We're going to do the buds over here. Yeah, I think that's the buds. Yeah, and now green to finish off this stem. Here you go. It's the beautiful green. I like those Copics. They have nice tip at the end, and you can be really precise in the tiny spaces. Okay, now I'm going to do the rest of them outside the camera, and then I'll show you how I attach the panel. Okay, I forgot to add, guys, for you, as I'm blending in, this is not an ordinary paper, so you can't use, well, you can, but it's not recommended to use just a normal crafting paper or water paper for Copics. You have to get the paper that it's actually good for Copics. Other than that, it's not going to work. I've tried so many times, and I had try out all different papers, all different things, but this one, the one that at the moment I'm using during the whole lockdown, I found it the best, because it's very good for oxides, it's really good for Copics, and it's really good for anything else, and doesn't smudge, doesn't leave any stains. But be sure, guys, if you don't have VersaFine, the black that I use to stamp it, please read instructions on your on your ink pad, because you have to use, if you're using Copics, use the ink that is suitable with painting with Copics. If you are using, because you can do the same thing with watercolors or water markers, please make sure that you are using a special paper for water marker and water pencils or whatever you're using. Okay, because it's not going to look really nice, and then the paper gets ripped or tangled, and yeah, it's not good. So this VersaFine, the black one, it's very good for coloring with Copics. I know there are other ones. I'm going to make a post about it at some point, which one to use and how they work. But at the moment, I'm just trying to play with my favorite stamps. Lockdown was not easy for anyone, so guys, I'm just trying to do my best. Yeah, I think that's it. It's all my roses. Now I have to add some green. Yeah, so we're going to add some green to the stems. If you don't want to watch me, coloring, then you can always scroll down. Or you can just skip forward all of the things. I finished coloring, so this is how it looks like now. And I've cut two panels, one from white, one from red, because I decided to have red. It's going to pop out. And now I'm going to cut this one in half. What did I use to... but this is a punch that I used. It's a very lovely punch. I got it from Stampin' Up. I don't know if they still sell it because it was quite old, but the shape is wonderful, so I love the shape. And now the sentiments that I would like to use with those stamps, it's "You're fabulous" or "Happy birthday." You can always choose. It's your day, you're fabulous, thinking of you. But I thought this one will be just fine. I'm going to use the black. Again, my lovely black. Here you go. You're fabulous. I know it's a very tiny sentiment and very small, but I like it. Where's my glue? And I don't want anything bigger. So now, how I'm going to attach those panels? Okay, so on those panels are going to go like so. Oh, what happened to my glue? Only glue a little bit here, a little bit here. And now those panels, that's a trick I have learned some time ago. One here and another one over here. So it's going to create a nice pretty border on both sides, as long as it's going to stick, because it might not stick. I'm not very good at it. Let me see. Is it working? Yes, it is. Here you go. Here you go. Yeah, it is working. So there is the border. Here you go, guys. There's the border. Okay. Now I'm going to, so this is what happens when you use Copics, and it's not very cool. I'm going to use my big, no, that's a dark one. No, that's the light one. So I'm going to use a bigger light one, and I'm just going to highlight a little bit the edges, only tiny bit. So I have practiced edging with Copics sometime before I start to do it on my cards, because if you use it at the wrong angle, you might end up with loads of lines. So my advice for you guys, take a scrap of paper and use it before you start doing on the cards, because scrap paper you can always redo again, but with your original cards you can't. Yeah, that's it. There you go. I've got my little border. And now let's put my favorite 3D foam. So yeah, it's going to go all the way over here. Chop. And now all the way over here. Chop. And all the way over here. And chop. There you go. So all done, 3 panels, well done. Now this is my card, and my card is not going to be typical one, it's just going to go this way. So I wanted to open that way. Okay, pokey tool, and we are going to do, I'm going to show you how I do it with the double-sided tape or anything that is not glue, because when you use glue you can reposition things, whereas if you use double-sided it's usually permanent. So when you stick it, it sticks, and then you realize, oh my god, I made a mistake, which happened to me so many times. So this is how I do it. Those 2 panels has to stick out because I can pull them off, and then the middle part is raised, so as you can see the card is not completely flat. So I remember this and that side I can maneuver gently. So what I'm doing is just maneuvering where I want it to go. Okay, so I'm happy with this position. I'm really happy with how it looks. I'm really happy. No, not yet, guys, actually. I did the other way around. This is the look I wanted. Wait, because I realized this flower is up. That's the flower I wanted to go up. Okay, so now when you're happy, see, sticks a little bit. Am I happy? All you gotta do is just press the middle bit, slide it across, slide it whenever, and then peel off the remains. Here you go, gently, and your card is repositioned. Perfecto. Now my sentiment is done, and my sentiment is going to go all the way over here. It's pretty delicate and really small. Yeah, or maybe I should make it a little bit smaller. What do you think, guys? I always keep changing my mind. Lucky for me, I know what I'm doing sometimes. Wonder if this fabulous is going to work over here. Hey, where are you going? Nah, I want this one here. This is big enough. Okay, so now you've got a choice whether you want to raise it up or just leave it flat. So I'm going to use another foam pieces, only 2 pieces now. 1 and 2. Here you go. Peel off the backing. Okay, this way. This is where I want it to be, and I've already pulled out my Nuvo sparkly pen, and it's going to give a little bit of shimmer to the cards. Here you go. Now I need to check first if it's working on the side. So now all my flowers, you have to shake it first, but don't shake it on the card, because I did that before and I end up having blobs. And this is what you do. Here you go. It's the blob I made. Got too much shimmer, don't worry, it's going to dry out and it's going to look nice. It will look nice. Shimmer and shine. Yep, here you go. A little bit every flower. Here you go. Every flower will get a little bit. Here you go. And that's the card for today. See, this is going to dry off in a moment, and you can see, I think I put too much shimmer. Here you go. Perfect. Smudge this one. And the card is ready for you. Now close the card. Of course, you have to let the shimmer. Now this is how the card looks like with all the shimmer. You can see it. And that's another card with this lovely, lovely, wonderful cherry blossom stamp set. I actually like it. Yeah. Hope to see you soon, guys. Bye.